What's going on, guys? We are coming at you with a brand new build from the ground up today. A CB550 motorcycle engine powered cross kart, custom tube chassis, independent front suspension, independent rear suspension. It should be a blast. You guys have been requesting some kind of ground up project from us for a long time, ever since we mentioned that there might be a Rail 2.0. Well, we're not going to do a Rail 2.0 right now because, well, an off-road rally kart, basically, something with suspension, is something that we can use more often. We can use it here, down in the gully. We can use it out at Busco Beach. We really just want something that can handle all types of terrain really, really quickly. We know we wanted some kind of motorcycle engine for this project, but we weren't able to find one online for cheap enough or close enough to us. But we're going to go check Ike's stash. He has a couple of Honda CB550 engines as well as a Kawasaki 650. Hopefully one of those is going to work for us, so let's go check it out. We are out here at one Ike Shops trying to decide on an engine. Ike has a Kawasaki 650 inline 4, and then he has a Honda 550 and a Honda 500. We're just going to try to look at them and see which one is going to work best for this project, because it's been a while since you even laid eyes on them. Dude, what year is that from?
Wheels are falling apart, dude. A Mustang roller derby number 15.
And the Kawasaki's up there, isn't it?
I'm digging to it. It's over here. it's behind all kinds of Harley exhaust.
Oh, look at that.
Carburetors for the Kawasaki. The width of the valve cover is 15 inches. The width of the engine, 21-ish.
It's a big one.
It's kind of wide.
Yeah.
The width of the head on this is 16.
Okay.
And the total width of the engine is, I'll say 19. It all depends on what you want. If you want convenience and more compact,
And lightweight?
and most likely lighter weight, I have 2 Honda engines here.
Yeah.
Whereas I have 1 Kawasaki engine on the shelf.
So we got both engines out of the shop. Turns out they're both 550s.
Yep.
Neither of them have carburetors. Neither of them have exhaust, but we were just out at Ike's junkyard, and there are a couple parts bikes out there.
Yep.
So this is another good reason, or another reason why we're going to use these Hondas rather than the Kawasaki's, because Ike's got parts bikes for days.
Yep.
Let's take them home, dog.
All right.
So we are back at the shop with these 2 Honda CB550 engines, and I know these engines aren't going to be as powerful as like a, you know, a GSX-R or a Hayabusa engine, but at the end of the day, I'm looking to have a good time. I'm not looking to die.
And they're free.
And they're free, and they're vintage, dude.
They are vintage. I love them.
I just hope they run well and stuff. So we are really starting from scratch here. We got 4 wheels and tires from Go Power Sports, got a steering wheel, and an engine, and some metal. So we've been kicking around this idea for a long time, and I've kind of done some drawings and made a few revisions. We made all kinds of measurements of like the American Express 2.0 and the drag rail, and we found out how roughly we want this to fit in our fleet of vehicles. But that's sort of what the side profile, what we want it to look like. So we want like very, very race car like. So that's kind of what we're going for, and those are the only instructions we have. So with that being said, dude, let's get to it. All right, so we made an outline of the bottom of the frame in painter's tape. I thought it was a pretty good idea. And we have our measurements, and both of us should fit in the cockpit. Check it out. So this area right here is the cockpit. It fits me pretty darn well, and we're gonna have some lean, and we need some space between our seat back and the engine because the headers come out right there, so there's gonna be a lot of heat. Ike, believe it or not, fits pretty well too, and we know that our frame rail is gonna have to be 20 inches tall in order to cover Ike's shoulders. We know that our frame rails at the front are gonna have to be 11 to 12 inches tall to cover Ike's feet, and his feet are gonna have to be doing that too. So really compact, smaller than I thought it would be, but we're still looking at about 8.5 feet in total wheelbase from tip to toe. So we're going to start with the front rectangle. So we're gonna have a rectangle starting down here. We're gonna have 17 inches across the bottom, 13 up here, and then another 17 connecting it, and then we can build off of that. Looks good to me, buddy.
Just a tack weld, man. That's all I'm doing. I think it's pretty good, dude.
So now that this rectangle's done, we're gonna go ahead and make the second rectangle and then tie it in with these two 41-inch pieces. Let's do it. And 28 square.
Sweet.
Or it's rectangle.
There we go.
All right, so now we can bridge the gap between the front rectangle and the mid one. 42 41-inch pipes, and then we can work on the rear section. Sound good?
Yep.
Sweet. Oh, I have something for you.
Do you?
Yes. So the It'll Be Fine hats are back in stock, everybody, which is awesome. Go check them out. Go buy one at CarsandCameras.com. So our supplier made a little bit of a mistake. So usually the It'll Be is white and the Fine is red, but on this one the It'll Be is red and the Fine is white. Rather than getting a refund and them going to waste, they gave us a discount on them, and we are giving the discount to you guys. So you can get these hats, limited edition, for 20% off at CarsandCameras.com. You can get one for like 25 bucks shipped. So now we need to cut two 41-inch pieces of pipe to connect the front rectangle to the mid rectangle. And Eastwood actually sent us some tools to help us out with this project, including this sweet tubing notcher. So this is their professional tubing notcher. It mounts in a vise, and in the instruction manual they say make sure you mount this to a heavy-duty vise that is mounted to a table. Ours is not mounted to a table because this is not our table. This is not our garage. It belongs to my parents, and it's not our call. So yeah. This is what we're doing. This is not what you are supposed to do. We have a link to Eastwood's professional tubing notcher in the description of this video. Check it out. They have a bunch of other fabrication tools as well.
Here I go. I wonder if I'm supposed to be cooling it off with any kind of oil. Be sure to use plenty of cutting oil.
There it is. Ike's doing what he does best, eyeballing. Perfect. How's the angle looking?
It's not going to be... Oh yeah, it's better.
Nice.
I didn't go drastic with the change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we're to a point where we can tack all this together.
All right. How are we going to do this without burning the floor?
That's a great question. So it's the next morning. We had to wait overnight until we had some sunlight to take our metal outside so we can weld it all together. We know that this floor is probably not perfectly level. We know the concrete outside is probably just as not perfectly level, but we're going to do our best, and we can't weld on this plastic floor. So we need to take everything outside, and we can tack it together, and we can make measurements and flip it over and make sure it's squarish. So we're having a hard time finding a flat enough piece of concrete to weld this frame up on. We really need a welding table, but we don't have one. So we're gonna do our best. We're gonna take a piece of string and try to find the least wavy patch of concrete on this driveway.
What we've got here is failure to find a flat ground. What we have here is a piece of yarn. We're gonna stretch it out, look for dips in the concrete, and we're gonna find the best place to set up our frame so we can weld it up.
This looks better.
It's better. It's still got a dip there in the center.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there. Ooh,
It's
that
even
one's
worse.
Let's try this way.
All right, so when we pull the string tight, you can see we have a pretty significant distance between the concrete and the string, meaning that that's
see the shadow.
Yeah, it's a low spot
Also,
in the concrete, so it's not going to work for us.
But man, doing this, I see something even better.
What?
Look at the pipe.
Oh. So that's not going to work. I think we're going to be best over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so new plan. Because none of that concrete is particularly flat, we are going to tack on top of the tubing in here, flip it over, tack it on top. Just little tiny tacks so we don't ruin the floor any more than we already have. And then we take it outside and we tack it a little bit better.
Yep.
Sweet.
Starting to look like something.
Yeah. Flip it.
Flip it, and we'll
Do it again.
Repeat.
Sounds good.
All right.
For this build, we're using 1-inch outside diameter, 0.083 wall, 1020 DOM tubing. It's very similar to the pipe we used to build the rail chassis, but with slightly thicker wall thickness. DOM tubing is much more expensive than the more basic ERW or electric resistance welded pipe, but it's also stronger and bends better.
Woo! Went down my shoe.
Sorry, buddy.
All right.
We got something, dude. All right, so here's what we have so far. I think it's looking good, bro.
Yeah.
So we can roll the welder out here. We can make our measurements to see if everything's squared up, and then we can go with a heftier tack. All right, it's in the corner.
45.
45.
45.
On the nose?
Pretty, like paper.
Okay.
Paper thickness.
Yeah. Sweet.
Just a hair. No, I'll say 28.
28. That's 38.
38.
Okay, 38.
38.
Sweet.
The big test. From there to here. 89. 89 and an 8.
I think I can live with an 8. What do you think?
Where did we go wrong?
It could be in the rectangle.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Got her. Yeah.
I think I'm satisfied.
Good.
Cool. Oh, your chair's running away.
Dolly zoom.
I think it's looking good so far, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Where's our steering shaft gonna go?
Between your legs.
Just kind of like down like that?
Yeah.
Before the pedals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Might need
With
a
a-
removable steering wheel, bro, so we can get in and out.
Hey, that'd be cool.
This is gonna be something that we're gonna have a hard time getting in and out of, especially you. But it's gonna be awesome. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video today, guys. I know you've been waiting on a new build from us for a long time, and I hope you're as excited about it as I am. Check out what we're up to in between videos on Facebook and Instagram at Cars and Cameras Reviews.
Check me out at Isaac It'll Be Fine. I post videos when I can.
Don't forget to pick up one of our limited edition hats, subscribe to Cars and Cameras, and buy a t-shirt while you're at it at cars-cameras.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.